Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. We're going to learn about Nikola Tesla's life in a simple and easy to understand way. This story is perfect for practicing your English listening. Birth, childhood, and family. Nikola Tesla was born at midnight on July 10, 1856, in the small village of Smiljan, which was then part of the Austrian Empire, now Croatia. He was born during a lightning storm, which his family later saw as a symbolic beginning for a man who would work with electricity. Nikola was the fourth of 5 children born to Milutin Tesla, an Orthodox priest, and Juka Mandic, a talented homemaker who created household tools and had an excellent memory. Tesla's family lived in a modest home next to the church where his father served. His older brother Dane was considered the brilliant child of the family, but tragically died in a horse-riding accident when Nikola was 5 years old. This loss deeply affected the Tesla family, especially Nikola's father, who had hoped Dane would follow him into the priesthood. As a child, Nikola showed remarkable intelligence and creativity. He had an extraordinary memory and could perform complex calculations in his head. Young Nikola was fascinated by nature and spent hours observing the world around him. He was particularly interested in thunderstorms and electricity, often wondering about the power of lightning. Tesla also loved to take apart household items to understand how they worked, then reassemble them, sometimes with improvements. Despite his obvious talents, Nikola's childhood was not easy. He lived in the shadow of his deceased brother, and his father initially wanted him to become a priest, rather than pursue his interest in science and engineering. However, his mother encouraged his inventive mind and supported his dreams. Her influence would prove crucial in shaping Tesla's future path. Education and formation. Tesla's formal education began in his village elementary school, where he quickly stood out as an exceptional student. At age 10, he moved to Gospic to attend a higher primary school. Even at this young age, Tesla demonstrated remarkable abilities in mathematics and physics. He could solve complex problems in his head so quickly that his teachers sometimes suspected him of cheating. In 1870, at age 14, Tesla continued his education at the Higher Real Gymnasium in Karlovac, Croatia. Living away from home for the first time, he threw himself into his studies, often working from 3 a.m. until 11 p.m. Tesla completed the 4-year program in just 3 years, graduating in 1873. During this time, he became fascinated with demonstrations of electricity, which strengthened his desire to study engineering. Tesla's path to higher education faced a serious obstacle when he contracted cholera shortly after graduation. The illness nearly killed him, and his recovery took almost a year. During this difficult period, Tesla convinced his father to allow him to study engineering instead of becoming a priest. His father finally agreed, partly because he believed Nikola would not survive the illness and wanted to give him peace of mind. In 1875, Tesla enrolled at the Austrian Polytechnic School in Graz on a military frontier scholarship. There, he excelled in his first year, earning the highest grades possible and completing twice the required work. However, in his second year, Tesla became obsessed with proving that alternating current, AC, could work effectively, contradicting his professor's teachings about direct current, DC. This conflict, along with gambling problems and the loss of his scholarship, led Tesla to drop out without completing his degree. He later attended Charles University in Prague for 1 semester, but had to leave when his father died, cutting off his financial support. Early professional career. After leaving university, Tesla worked as a draftsman and electrical engineer in Budapest. In 1881, while walking in a park with a friend, Tesla had a life-changing insight about rotating magnetic fields. This moment of inspiration would later lead to his development of the AC induction motor. However, at the time, Tesla couldn't find anyone interested in his ideas. In 1882, Tesla moved to Paris to work for the Continental Edison Company, repairing and improving electrical equipment. His talents quickly became apparent, and he was soon solving the company's most difficult problems. During this period, Tesla continued developing his AC motor concepts in his spare time, but still found no support for his innovations. In 1884, Tesla's manager recommended him to Thomas Edison, and Tesla immigrated to the United States with little more than a letter of introduction and a few cents in his pocket. Upon meeting Edison in New York, Tesla was hired immediately. Edison challenged Tesla to improve his DC generators, reportedly promising him $50,000 if successful. Tesla worked tirelessly for months and made significant improvements. However, when Tesla asked for the promised payment, Edison allegedly replied, "Tesla, you don't understand our American humor," offering only a small raise instead. Feeling betrayed, Tesla resigned. After leaving Edison's company, Tesla briefly worked as a laborer, digging ditches for $2 per day to survive. This period was one of the lowest in his life, but his fortunes soon changed. In 1885, Tesla met investors who helped him establish his own company, Tesla Electric Light and Manufacturing. Unfortunately, his investors were more interested in profits than Tesla's innovations, and they eventually forced him out of the company, leaving him with no ownership of the patents he had developed. Despite these setbacks, Tesla's brilliance attracted new supporters. In 1887, he found financial backing to establish the Tesla Electric Company and file patents for his AC motors and power systems. This marked the beginning of Tesla's most productive period and set the stage for the war of currents that would soon follow: personal life and relationships. Nikola Tesla never married and had no known romantic relationships. He once stated that he believed his celibacy helped him focus entirely on his scientific work. Tesla explained, "I do not think you can name many great inventions that have been made by married men." While this view might seem unusual, it reflected Tesla's complete dedication to his inventions and discoveries. Despite his solitary romantic life, Tesla was not a recluse. He maintained friendships with many notable people of his time, including writers Mark Twain and Robert Underwood Johnson, and financiers J.P. Morgan and John Jacob Astor. Tesla enjoyed intellectual conversations and often invited friends to witness his laboratory demonstrations. Mark Twain, in particular, became a close friend who frequently visited Tesla's lab to see his latest experiments. Tesla had complex relationships with other inventors and scientists. His relationship with Thomas Edison evolved from employer-employee to bitter rivals during the War of Currents. With George Westinghouse, who purchased Tesla's AC patents, he developed a friendship based on mutual respect, though their business relationship had difficulties. Tesla also corresponded with other scientific minds like Lord Kelvin and Wilhelm Röntgen, sharing ideas and discussing theories. In his personal habits, Tesla was known for his eccentricities. He was obsessed with cleanliness, using dozens of napkins to polish his silverware before meals and requiring hotel staff to provide him with fresh towels multiple times daily. Tesla had numerous phobias, including a fear of pearls, and was obsessed with the number 3. He would walk around a building 3 times before entering it and preferred hotel rooms with numbers divisible by 3. As he aged, Tesla became increasingly isolated. He lived in a series of New York hotels, most famously the Hotel New Yorker in his final years. His closest companion was often a white pigeon that visited his window. Tesla claimed he loved this pigeon as a man might love a woman, and when the pigeon died, he felt that his life's work was finished. This strange attachment reveals the loneliness that characterized Tesla's later years, despite his earlier social connections, major achievements, and contributions. Nikola Tesla's greatest achievement was developing the alternating current, AC, electrical system that powers our world today. In the 1880s, Edison's direct current, DC system, was limited because it could only transmit electricity short distances. Tesla's AC system could send electricity over long distances efficiently, making it possible to bring electrical power to homes and businesses far from power plants. The war of currents between Tesla's AC and Edison's DC systems reached its climax when George Westinghouse, using Tesla's patents, won the contract to power the 1893 Chicago World's Fair. The spectacular display of electric lights powered by Tesla's AC system impressed millions of visitors and demonstrated its superiority. Shortly afterward, Westinghouse won the contract to build the first hydroelectric power plant at Niagara Falls using Tesla's AC technology, cementing AC as the standard for electrical transmission worldwide. Tesla's inventions went far beyond AC power. He invented the Tesla coil, a high-voltage transformer still used in radio technology today. He developed early X-ray technology, taking some of the first X-ray photographs. Tesla demonstrated the first radio-controlled boat in 1898, pioneering remote control technology decades before it became common. He also invented electric oscillators, meters, improved lighting systems, and even an early version of the speedometer. Perhaps most remarkably, Tesla conceptualized wireless communication long before it became reality. In 1901, he began building Wardenclyffe Tower on Long Island, intended to transmit messages and wireless electricity across the Atlantic. This project was ahead of its time but failed due to lack of funding when investors realized it wouldn't provide immediate profits. Many of Tesla's ideas about wireless power transmission are only now being developed with modern technology. Tesla was also a pioneer in renewable energy, advocating for harnessing the power of nature through hydroelectric, solar, and wind power. He once said, "Our future motive power will come from the forces of nature never exhausted, from the sun, the wind, and the tides." This vision aligns perfectly with today's push towards sustainable energy sources, showing how far ahead of his time Tesla truly was. Challenges and obstacles. Overcome. Throughout his life, Tesla faced numerous challenges that would have defeated a less determined person. His first major obstacle came during his university years when he lost his scholarship and had to drop out without completing his degree. This setback, combined with his father's death, left Tesla without financial support or formal credentials, making it difficult to be taken seriously in the scientific community. The war of currents with Edison presented another significant challenge. Edison, already famous and well-connected, launched a propaganda campaign against Tesla's AC system, claiming it was dangerous. Edison even publicly electrocuted animals using AC current to demonstrate its supposed dangers. Despite this powerful opposition, Tesla remained committed to his superior technology and eventually prevailed when the advantages of AC became undeniable. Financial difficulties plagued Tesla throughout his life. Although his patents for AC motors and power systems were worth millions, Tesla sold them to George Westinghouse for a relatively small amount. When Westinghouse later faced financial problems, Tesla tore up a contract that would have made him extremely wealthy in order to save Westinghouse's company. This generous act left Tesla without the fortune his inventions deserved. Tesla's visionary ideas often exceeded the technology and understanding of his time. His concepts for wireless power transmission, though scientifically sound, seemed like science fiction to many of his contemporaries. When J.P. Morgan withdrew funding for the Wardenclyffe Tower project, Tesla lost his chance to create a worldwide wireless communication system years before radio became common. The half-built tower was eventually demolished, and Tesla never fully recovered from this disappointment. In his later years, Tesla faced the challenge of increasing isolation and financial hardship. Many of his patents had expired, and newer inventors were building upon his work without providing him compensation. By the 1930s, Tesla was living on credit at the Hotel New Yorker, surviving partly on a small stipend from the Yugoslav government. Despite these difficulties, he continued working on new ideas until his death, demonstrating remarkable resilience in the face of adversity, legacy, and impact on the world. Nikola Tesla's legacy is immense, though for many decades after his death, his contributions were underappreciated. Today, his name is synonymous with innovation and electrical genius. The most visible recognition of his work is the Tesla unit, which measures magnetic field strength. Additionally, Elon Musk's electric car company Tesla Inc. was named in his honor, bringing renewed attention to his achievements. Tesla's AC electrical system remains his most significant contribution to modern life. Every time we plug in an appliance or turn on a light, we're benefiting from Tesla's vision. The electrical grid that powers homes, businesses, and industries worldwide is based on the principles Tesla developed and fought for against tremendous opposition. Without his AC system, the widespread distribution of electricity would have been impossible. Many of Tesla's futuristic ideas have become reality in recent decades. His concepts of wireless communication anticipated cell phones, Wi-Fi, and remote control devices. His work on wireless power transmission is now being developed for charging electric vehicles and consumer electronics. Tesla's experiments with radio waves and lighting led to fluorescent lighting, neon signs, and various medical treatments using electromagnetic fields. Tesla was also an early environmental advocate, recognizing the potential of renewable energy sources long before climate change became a concern. He understood that fossil fuels were limited and believed humanity should harness the wheelwork of nature, the sun, wind, and water, for sustainable power. This vision aligns perfectly with today's push toward green energy solutions. Perhaps most importantly, Tesla represents the power of imagination and perseverance. He visualized his inventions completely in his mind before building them, often without drafting plans. This extraordinary mental ability allowed him to solve problems others couldn't even approach. Despite numerous setbacks, financial struggles, and the theft of his ideas, Tesla continued inventing until his final days, driven by a desire to improve human life rather than personal gain. Nikola Tesla's remarkable journey from a small village in Croatia to becoming one of history's greatest inventors shows us the extraordinary power of vision and determination. Despite facing rejection, financial hardship, and seeing others take credit for his ideas, Tesla never stopped pursuing his dream of creating technologies that would benefit humanity. His life reminds us that true success isn't measured by wealth or fame, but by the positive impact we have on the world. Tesla once said, "I don't care that they stole my idea. I care that they don't have any of their own." This quote reveals his belief that innovation and creativity are more valuable than money or recognition. As we enjoy the countless technologies that Tesla helped create, from the electricity in our homes to the wireless communication that connects our world, we can be inspired by his example of perseverance, imagination, and selfless dedication to improving human life.